Welcome back to the channel, guys. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you some of the games that I've picked up for the month of July, and the month is still not over, but I'm kind of going heavy into collecting for the PS4 right now, and you'll see the games that I've picked up. Going for some horror games for the PlayStation 4, and right here we have Little Nightmares. This is the complete edition. Now, I bought this one off of the Facebook Marketplace from a lady. She also had Little Nightmares 2, so it was a bit of a bundle bonus to get both of them at the same time, and you know, I'm very happy that they're both in the collection right now. I've ended up paying $50 Canadian for both of them, which to have them both together at the same time and avoid taxes and shipping and all that, like eBay, that was actually a very good price. One game that I am looking for that's also a horror game is the Among the Sleep Enhanced Edition. I guess that one has like exclusive DLC on it, and I guess better graphics and story and writing. Next three games I picked up from Microplay in Brantford, Ontario, and they are Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. This one was $30, but they also had a sale going on, so I'll show you guys that in a second. I picked up Ace of Seafood as well. This one was also $30, and it's also a limited run video game, and it's number 142 in their print. And then I also ended up grabbing Blue Fire for the PlayStation 4 as well. Now, all three of these right here all have a $30, $30, and $20 price ticket for them, but Microplay ended up having a deal where it's buy two get one free. These next three games that I have right here were purchased from Game Haven in Burlington, Ontario, and the first one right here is Song of Horror. Now, this is a PlayStation 4 game. This one is also limited run. This has a slipcover on it right now. The slipcover was technically sealed, but they had a sticker there, and I tried ripping it off, and as you can see, it kind of tore away this the seal that they had on the slipcover. But the game is sealed, which is nice. And like I said, this is a limited run video game, but it's not part of like their print series. So if you end up finding this one out in the wild, you should probably definitely pick it up, just because it is kind of getting a little bit harder to find. Now, I ended up trading a Wii U and two PlayStation 3 games for these games, so the total value that came with the trade-in was like $142. So I technically didn't pay anything for these games, but I also ended up grabbing a PlayStation VR game called Killing Floor Double Feature. Now, I never played any of the Killing Floor video games, but I wanted to pick this one up for the PlayStation VR just because I do have a pretty decent sized VR collection happening right now, but the problem is I don't really play my VR games just because I don't have enough space in my room. The next PSVR game we got was Desperate Vladivostok. I don't know if that's how you say it, but this is also another sealed PSVR game that eventually, when I get enough room, I'll end up opening this one up and playing it as well. I don't know much about it, but it looked very uncommon when it was up on the game wall, so I ended up picking it up as well. Next game right here we have is Godzilla for the PlayStation 4, and this one I ended up trading in video games for as well, just because this one had like a $400 price ticket, and I didn't want to end up paying that, so I ended up calling around a couple stores in Ontario and seeing if they had this game. One store ended up having it, and obviously they do trade-ins, and I brought some games and traded them for this video game, so I'm very happy that this one is in the collection now. Next up we have Next Machinima, Death Machine. This one, I literally just picked it up like 2 days ago, so I have not played this one yet. I'm going to get into it. This one is a limited run, number 90 right there, as you can see. And apparently, according to the guy that I picked it up with, he said it was like a twin stick shooter. I didn't pay too much for it. I paid like $55 Canadian, so I think that's well worth it, and I'm pretty sure that's under market value as well. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the PlayStation 4. This one I ended up picking up off of the Facebook Marketplace in Hamilton, Ontario. This one was $120 Canadian, so this one was also below market value. This one is also getting expensive as well for PlayStation 4 games. See this one, you definitely might want to grab it just because they are kind of getting harder to find. Moving on to PlayStation 5 games, we have Infliction Extended Cut. This one is a sealed PlayStation 5 game, and I'm just going to leave it sealed. This one is limited run as well. This one is print number 9 with PlayStation 5. Still Wakes the Deep for the PlayStation 5. This one, copy right here that I have is sealed. This game is going for like $50 Canadian right now, and it is a horror video game, and if you're into the horror franchise, it's definitely worth picking up and checking out. Moving on to Wii games right now. So this was a local pickup off of the Facebook Marketplace. I ended up buying this one. I think it was like 10 bucks, and it's Dragon Quest Swords, Sonic and the Black Knight. I ended up picking this one up for $10 from The Beat Goes On in Hamilton, Ontario. The last Wii game that we bought was a Final Fantasy game. This one came in a bundle that I purchased, and I ended up selling the other video games just to fund my other purchases for video games. And I ended up keeping this one just because I don't have this one for the Wii collection, so now it's in the Wii collection. I also ended up picking up Tinykin for the Nintendo Switch. This one is a super rare video game. This one is sealed, and I'm going to end up keeping it sealed for a little bit just because, again, I don't really play my Nintendo Switch that often, and I have a pretty big, massive backlog of video games that I need to open and play as well. But this one's in the collection, and I'm very happy that it's in the collection as well. Now, this one is a little bit of an oddball. This is an Xbox 360 controller, but it's not like a traditional one. This one has a black backing, and then also like kind of like a flame and orange front. And some of you may or may not know this, but to the ones that don't, this is a Fable 3 controller for the Xbox 360. So these are actually kind of harder to find, but at one point they were kind of relatively all over the place, but I'm glad that this one's in the collection. And the last item that we have for the collection is a Pulse 3D wireless headset. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. Probably be another game collection video, probably coming August or September, and that will probably be an updated of the 2024 Xbox One collection. Thanks for watching.